It's going well? Yeah?
Yeah, good.
No, I literally came for you guys.
Alright.
So if you need my help, if you need if you get questions and you want to talk one-on-one or together, okay?
I would love to.
With me, the way I look at it is talk to me in a free way. I'm very open. There are no stupid questions, and that's the way we want the program to be. You know, no barriers. You come completely free. Okay. So this year you don't care. It's gone. Finished. Over. This is for this year. So this is a stock. F1, exactly like the S&P. 7% is like what the market is expecting. So you're gonna pay 18, 19 times as the S&P, and you do have the same earnings growth as the S&P.
I found all the guys with their eyes in their laptops, scanning and searching the whole world for ideas. And everyone should know, and they've been told. It's a very simple formula. More ideas, more money. That's literally how the world works. Well, this is one-on-one. This isn't email or through company chat systems. This is sitting down with your mentors, your teachers, and spending 10 days with them, getting to know them, understanding everything that underpins their investment and fundamental processes, and being able to pick their brains every second of every day. This is a totally different experience. So in our industry, we get the greatest traders, the greatest minds of the last 20 years, and anyone can access it. It's about wanting to do it. And you're always one step away. If you want to do it, you can do it. If not, then good luck to you for the rest of your life.
Since I began my training, I couldn't expect anything better in detail and one-to-one mentoring. And Gregoire is taking me step by step what we just overlooked in the classroom. So I have my notes here, and I want to make sure that I got all the content right. But eventually, we're making a step-by-step an example, and it's giving a little bit more perspective of what we already had in the classroom. So it's value-added and unvalue-added.
They are exactly doing what they should do, not only on the trading side, and as I was mentioning this afternoon, it's literally the way you should look for your life. You know, it's step by step. You're building something. You know where you are right now, and you know where you want to move. So you build the foundation and the strategy to be here and to move here.
Like I say, so our bias was to go, long services, short manufacturing stocks. So we looked at the non-manufacturing defensive stocks within the services sector. We think this is because they're acquiring new existing facilities. This is a company that buys hospitals, they buy healthcare facilities. So their earnings per share, we think it slightly goes down. It's still positive, but it's lower. So due to this reason.
If they are making acquisitions, you looked into the balance sheet? Debt?
We didn't go as far as the debt, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Why is the consensus standing? Buyers, neutral, seller?
It was we looked on NASDAQ and it was a strong buy.
Strong buy?
Yeah.
So everybody's buyer?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was no sells or holds, it was a strong buy.
This is the consensus, but that doesn't mean that these guys are smart, Very often, analysts, they talk to each other and they end up with more or less the same numbers. They know, and if they are analysts, probably there is an issue as well,
What you'll find with the analysts at the big banks, the vast majority of them default to what's safe. They very rarely stick their necks out and bet their career on one stock call.
The mistake the mentees are doing is just they pick a stock and then they look at the price action and they say, oh, that might be a buy or sell. And they don't do the homework, like the 95%, and then you look at the price action, It's like, the stock is going up and they say, oh, this is a growth stock, I want to be in it. This is not the way it works, and really, because we all come first being attracted by the charts, the effects, the everything, nothing to do with that. So literally, this is the. Don't look at the chart first. You know, you don't look. You just want to be. You just want to be. You don't trade the market first. Okay.
What is suggested with the lesson today, just to have a really pragmatic approach to even the analysts for the biggest firm, because they have apparently their own agenda. They consider even their own careers.
Not every day.
For a long idea, we didn't really want to, put our idea in a market that is about or may have the possibility to contract. So I see like a few things about this company is that they kind of have a very high market share in the region, and by expanding their market share to Alaska, it should generate good revenue for them.
So what is really happening here? Why is this company forecasting 40% EPS growth next year? And you say it's acquisition related, but I'm still very unclear as to the numbers and how the new company is going to be accretive to the new co earnings.
If you think that you buy a company for 100 million and you don't look at the debt, it's pointless. If you say again, that would be like you telling me I'm worth 1 million because my house is worth 1 million, but you're not worth 1 million because probably you get a mortgage for 2 million.
Yeah, they've done quite well. They've gone through the systematic process. They've identified a pretty good idea. There are holes in the analysis, mainly related to the reasons and the drivers, so why things are actually estimated to happen in the future. But overall, pretty good. They've intuitively gone through the system and got to a point where they've actually generated a good idea.
Practice makes perfect. So in the process, I will be able to filter like faster, and then be able to answer a lot of questions that like Anton gave me today. So it will filter out the good ideas from the bad ideas.
So we're going to do our one-on-one. So I'll do my one-on-one now with Steve. So I'll be teaching Steve, mentoring him over the next 12 weeks after the 10 days here in Cape Town. And what I really want to work out is really what his background in trading has been so far, so I can get a full understanding of where we need to pick up, areas we need to concentrate on, time constraints, how we're going to fit everything in over the next 12 weeks, objective, and get a plan together really for the next 12 weeks and at least the first year following. Let's start with career.
Okay.
What's happened in the last decade?
I joined the Navy after college, which I did engineering at school, and I did 3 years in the Royal Navy, and decided it wasn't really for me, so I came out and managed to secure a job in the oil and gas industry, where I've been probably for the last 10 years. I've had an interest in trading for quite some time. Unfortunately, I had two bad disasters with trading companies in the past that sort of did put me off it, to be honest. And it is just technical. The only fundamental analysis that I would suggest that they mentioned during this 3 days was don't trade on the first Friday of every month due to the non-farm payroll, because it's too volatile.
Okay.
So that's the only bit of fundamental analysis that they give us.
Yeah.
Basic trend lines, some simple moving averages, and I walked away from it thinking I've just been had over here. That wasn't trading to me. I was like, this is no way how the banks do it. I want to do it properly. And like I say, when I found you guys, it was like a breath of fresh air. It really was.
Yeah. What I want to see is no more than 20% of your ideas can be related to oil and gas.
Okay.
Because what you've got to do out of the next 12 weeks is grow as a trader and broaden your knowledge across more sectors. Now, what's good about the oil and gas background is that we can take what you know in that sector, apply the systematic process to that sector and come up with some really good trade ideas, but then take the same systematic process and apply it to other sectors. But we can use it as the kind of control mechanism to build that out. So you can default to it only in the sense that you learn the systematic process in that because you're comfortable with it.
Right,
But then the systematic process has to be built out, and it'll become uncomfortable because it's in new sectors that you've never seen before.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's great. It seems to me with these numbers, we're on top of it. And I think, once we get to week 6, split up into 2 pots. Week 6, we want to get up to max position sizes, make money along the way, and then the second half we're trading the full portfolio. So I think we know exactly what we're doing. I think the numbers are done.
Fantastic. No, I really appreciate it. Thanks, Anton.
All right,
Good
cool.
man. Thank you. Cheers.
I specialise in the telecoms industry.
Okay.
So it's basically fixed and mobile. And yeah, that's what I've been working on for the last few years. I basically work from everything from the call right through any call, meaning international, local calls. I can trace data where it goes to, how it was generated from which country.
Okay. A lot of analytics, implementing a public program into the entire infrastructure of the telecoms industry. What time horizon are you actually trading?
I would say within a type of a week.
Okay. So it's very short term, right?
Yes.
So the next and obvious question is, how's that gone in the last 5-10 years? Your trading, have you made money?
Well, I have made money, but I do a very little trading. I've tried different things over time. I wouldn't say that I've stuck to just a single strategy. That's why I basically feel that what I want to do is just get rid of all the stuff I'm doing and get down to the things that can give me a focus on the next step.
Okay. So one of the challenges that you're definitely going to face, because you've been doing this for a long time and basically broken even, made a little bit of money. That's a decent sign, because it means you instinctively do get trading in some way, but you don't have a formalized process. So you've survived, which is a start. It's about getting rid of bad habits. That's going to be 50% of the challenge. Like, you're going to have to resist the temptation that, let's say for example, we have a difficult couple of weeks and you lose a bit of money for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And you start justifying in your mind, oh, I'm going to go back to the old way. This isn't about a couple of weeks. This is about the rest of your life, and it's about having a formalized and systematic process that you can rely on over an extremely long period of time.
Yeah, because for me, I've chosen the path to take this as my full time. Yeah. So actually, I cut out a lot of my job opportunities in other areas to just concentrate on this, and I think this one can be a very long term until maybe passed down to my kids and stuff. Yeah, so you can see a future prospect in this trade, and I'm interested in. I'm an accounting and finance background. Okay. Yeah, so for me, I've been through so many jobs. I think this has a flexible timing lifestyle. Yeah, it's stress, but it's challenging, which suits me. Yeah, and have a little bit of balance in life to meet people, teammates around, and talk to people.
We need to keep in touch with these guys because you know them, so that makes the back and forth much easier. And when the program will end, we'll still be here through the community, through the institute, through you sending me email, me asking you a question about your life, blah blah blah. So it's not like only program 12 hours of Skype and gone, finished, game over. Okay, it has to be hopefully mid to long term. Okay. No, but I know it's good in a way.
I mean, it's always amazing to spend time with these guys and see from all the experience that they have collected in all these years. So my only concern is how much we can actually absorb, because practice makes it perfect, and it really depends on us now.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's I've seen a lot of these situations before. So I need to basically understand from these guys what position they are in life, where they are in their trading, what their objectives are, why they're even here to begin with. And we can then work around all of that and tailor the programs directly for them. And I've seen a lot of this stuff before. It's a lot of typical stories. So yeah, we use our experience to get the best out of the programs for the guys. It's been good.